Hi, everybody. Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. The Bulls are really hitting their stride. Look, I know they have a winning streak going, but more importantly, they're starting to play at a very high level. The expectations are going to rise. They'll try to make sure their performance does the same. That's going to do it for us. Thanks for checking out the pregame show. NCAA college football action coming right at you. Brad and Kirk on the call. David and I are back at halftime.
New Orleans, Louisiana, home of the famous French Quarter, the site for our football contest today.
It's time for the coin toss now, presented by Coke Zero. Real Coke taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything.
Get off the field first
Edwards
possession.
is on the field to kick this one off, and everyone in the stadium is ready for this game to get started.
He sends this one deep.
Instead of on campus, that's good.
He's to the 20. Across the 30.
Now we'll have to go
Inside the 30.
Kick off.
To the 10. Touchdown. Big play.
Doing me dirty.
And he adds the extra point. Thomas gets set to kick this one away. Nice kick, plenty of distance.
Can we answer?
He's to the 10. And he has it on the corner. They'll bring him down at the 33.
Flag down, and I'm not sure when it was thrown. Let's find out.
Receiving team.
McPherson's the kind of guy that could end up with some national honors because right now he's leading the conference statistically.
The quarterback leads the team out on the field for the first drive. Dangerous throw. This one's picked off. Tackle made at the 25-yard line.
Oh, boy. I bet he knew as soon as he released that football that he shouldn't have made the throw. And that's the thing. When you're under that kind of pressure, it takes away that one split second you need to scan the area so you know where it's a safe throw.
From the 25-yard line, it's first down. Tulane is up 7. Brought down at the 17. Not a bad little play there.
Yeah, it's a nice job by the quarterback reading the coverage and delivering a very catchable ball and allowing his receiver to come up with a nice game.
Here's the halfback. It's away from him. Touchdown. And he converts the extra point. they're ready for the kickoff. He really got a hold of that kick. He's to the 10. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
They need to show a little giddy-up now, because if they don't start eating into this deficit, they could easily fall out of the game.
He chucks it downfield.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Second down, 10 yards to go.
Ball on the 20-yard line. He's got it with room to run. He's tackled around the 25-yard line.
Call it a gain of 5 yards. 3rd down.
Here comes the pressure. And he has it on the corner. He's pushed out of bounds at the 32-yard line.
You've got to admire the effort to make sure he got every last foot he needed to pick up the first down.
From their own 32-yard line. First down. Fires out to his wideout. And he's taken down around the 43-yard line.
Yeah, the defense looked a little sluggish there. They can do better than that.
Complete. It's the junior. They'll bring him down at about the 43-yard line.
You know, the quarterback that time took a big-time major chance by putting that ball up into coverage. Now, the receiver made the play. They get a first down. But if you're a quarterback, you want to be very, very selective and very careful on how many chances you're willing to take.
Rawls gets the carry. Makes it out to maybe the 40-yard line.
Gain of 3 yards. That makes it 2nd and 6.
It's second down, 6 to go. Ball on the 40. Caught and a big hit. He's stopped in his tracks.
Gain of 6 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 8.
And he's hit immediately.
Russell brings him down at the 25-yard line. First down.
Makes the catch and look out. And down he goes at the 22-yard line.
Call it a gain of 3 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Second and 7. Ball on the 22-yard line. Incomplete. And that wasn't the greatest pass in the world.
Well, I don't know how anybody can throw a great pass while getting drilled like that.
Here's the 11th play of the drive.
This quarterback is tough as nails. Brad, he's going to sit in that pocket and give himself a chance. The only problem is, at some point, you've got to have a feel. Almost that sixth sense on when to get out of there and avoid the pressure, or just to throw the ball before you get hit.
It's fourth down, and they're going to try to go for it. They come out in a 5-wide set. Fires quick. He's got another one.
There's very good chemistry between these two. They like to run through all their routes before the game. And I have to say, they looked sharp before this one even started.
They spread the field in the gun with 5 wide receivers. Here's a screen to the wideout. Tackle at the 6. A 1-yard loss.
They really just didn't have any room to work on that play. The defense just suffocated them there.
That brings up 2nd and goal.
This is the 14th play of this drive. And he's got the touchdown.
Things can get pretty fierce in this territory, but they look totally in control there.
And he tacks on the extra point.
So a 14-play, 81-yard drive, and they come away with a touchdown.
Horn already has one kick return that went for a touchdown. Let's see if they kick it to him again. He just drills this one. He's to the 20. He's tackled at the 42-yard line.
Not sure what the flag is about here. Let's go down to the field and find out.
Clipping. Receiving team.
That one's going to put him way back.
You just can't block a player from behind like that, or it's going to cost you.
Last drive ended with as good a result as you can hope for, and I'm sure they'd like to replicate that here. Tulane is up by a touchdown. Broke away from one.
He's to the 40. He's knocked out of bounds.
Around the 42-yard line.
There's a flag down, and it looks like this one's coming back.
Offense.
Little stumbles like these can kill your offensive progress.
From their own 26-yard line. First down.
There's a missed tackle, and they make the stop at the 27-yard line.
That brings up second and 13.
And he's tackled at the 23-yard line.
That's not what you hope for from your running game. You're looking for some solid north and south progress. You never want to give the defense a play like that to build their confidence.
Third down and a couple of miles here.
Ball on the 23.
Here we go.
Throws it. And he hauls it in. And they finally push him out at the 45.
That's good for a gain of 32 yards.
Tulane is up a score. Quick throw.
He's taken down at the 30-yard line. Gets it out in a hurry. This one will fall incomplete.
Well, you hate to foreshadow and assume that drop could come back to bite them, but if this offense is able to put the ball into the end zone after that drop pass, this game could be over.
Gotta have the pig. Gotta have.
From the 30-yard line. Second down. He's into the open field. He's at the 20. Makes it to the 11. They're really putting a nice drive together right now.
It seems right now this defense is having a hard time guessing what the offense is up to.
Touchdown, Green Wave. He splits the uprights with the extra point. Thomas has his kick team lined up, and he is set to kick this one off. Excellent kick. He's to the 10. Room around the corner. And down he goes at the 21.
I think any good football team has to have an ability to answer, and that's exactly what we just saw. One team scores a touchdown, the other team comes right back and puts another touchdown on the board. This is getting exciting.
Well, they got the result you always want on the last drive. Let's see if it happens again.
So much of the passing game is about the timing between the quarterback and his wide receivers. And right now with this offense, they are in sync, and really the timing and execution is flawless. You know, I think the quarterback did a really good job here of sensing pressure before the ball was snapped. And I think it allowed him to change the protection at the line of scrimmage. And when he changed that protection, the offensive line knew the blitz was coming. That allowed them to be able to pick up the blitzers, and then the quarterback could sit back there and make the right read. But it all started with the recognition from the quarterback, recognizing blitz, making the right check at the line, and then being able to make a good throw downfield.
Big gain there for the first down.
There was some miscommunication down there by the defense that allowed for that big gain.
Nice catch, first down, and he's knocked out.
Well, the quarterback's able to find a soft spot in the defense, and he threw an accurate ball for a solid pickup.
Here they go, first and goal, down by a couple of possessions. Watch out for a pass play when you're in a goal line D. Give to the tailback. They'll wrestle him down in the backfield. The offense couldn't get those linemen blocked, and they'll lose yards.
Well, here the defensive lineman did a great job at sealing up the hole at the line of scrimmage.
They go with a run, and he's brought down in the backfield. Everybody bunched up tight defensively. Touchdown. He makes the PAT. Let's throw it out to Reese now for a studio update.
Owls, Ponies, Mayor's Cup. It doesn't get better than this. And for Rice, blowing their way into the end zone on the ground.
Edwards has the ball set, and he looks ready to kick this one deep. And he got all of this one. Great kick. He's to the 20. And he's tackled at the 22. Well, I'm sure Reese is having fun giving updates from this game to our other games going on today. We've had back-to-back-to-back-to-back scores. Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just one or two plays. Looking for the corner. And they get nice yardage on that run.
That'll make it it 2nd and 4.
Tulane up 7 points. And a quick throw. And he's hit before he can go anywhere.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Makes it to the 37.
Ah, we had a tackle for loss, man.
From the 37-yard line, it's 1st down. And he hits him hard at the 34.
Here we go.
That's good for a gain of 3 yards.
Gangsta.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Gets rid of it quickly, and
It's
that
gonna
was
be
almost picked.
6.
3rd down.
It's gonna be 6.
3rd down, and they need to get it to the 27.
Well, first we saw this kid head to the locker room a little bit earlier with that injury, and now we see he's back on the sideline. That's good news. Looks like he should be able to get back in the action.
He's wrapped up for the sack.
Gotta put.
Loss of 8 yards on the play.
I guess that's a saving. Saving grace.
He's going to aim this one to the sideline, try to kick it out of bounds. He really got a hold of that one. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. There hasn't been too much daylight between these two teams. In games like this, some players try to press too much, and that can cause mistakes.
Great pressure on the quarterback forced that incompletion.
Boy, they really pounded him on that throw.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
From their own 20-yard line, it's 2nd down. Nice run there. Rawls gets 6 yards on the carry.
6 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Quick throw, incomplete, wanted his receiver. So that'll make it 4th down.
Great hold by the defense. They were expecting the pass play, and they defended it very well.
Damn it.
Morton to punt. He hits a low one there.
This is why special teams is so important. The punter just gave his team great field position.
Gotta be. Now we gotta stop this shit.
In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions. Tulane is up 7. Tackle made right around the 28-yard line. Harris gains around 3 yards on the counter play. Makes the catch, and he's got nowhere to go.
Let the computer do it. Let the computer. Let the computer.
Fires out to his receiver. Brought down at the 47-yard line.
He makes his way to about the 45.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Quick pass. Here's an opening to the 20. He's pushed out of bounds at about the 13.
Have a chance to tie the ball game on a drive. You can't have freaking white ass.
Laterals back. So he picks up about 5 on the option to the halfback.
That brings him 2nd and 5.
They're at the 8. It's 2nd down. Tulane is up by a touchdown. Almost intercepted.
So much for a computer.
This is the 8th play of this drive. Zips it to his receiver. Touchdown. And he converts the extra point. They line up to kick this one away. He really got a hold of that kick. And they can forget about returning this one. Their last drive ended in a punt, so this quarterback's going to be looking for something better on this drive. They go to the left for a nice gain.
Gain of 6 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
So it's 2nd down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first. Throws it in a hurry. They'll bring him down at about the 41.
That's a gain of 10 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
Throws it deep. No, incomplete.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Second down and 10 to go. Ball on the 41-yard line. He airs it out. Doesn't get there. He was off target that time.
Yeah, you can see his arm strength, but here he overthrew the intended receiver on the deep route.
Fires quickly to the tight end. And he's taken down at the 46.
1st down.
The tight end's got it for a 1st down. And he's immediately tackled.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And the defense gives up some free yards to the offense.
You know, penalties can ruin a team's chances to win if they commit too many.
from the 19-yard line. First down. There's a strike complete. Brought down in the open field. Guidry picks up around 5 yards with that catch.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
He's tackled at the 11. And the halfback carries for a pickup of 3.
That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Here's the throw, and I don't think he got anything on that. He's going to come up shy of the first down marker, guys.
Had that not been a great defensive effort, he would have easily gotten there.
Looks to his back, and he's got him again. And he adds the extra point. Edwards gets set to kick this one away. He just drills this one. He's to the 20. Sheds one tackler. He's tackled at the 27-yard line.
Kirk, the way these offenses are playing, it's like NCAA Football 14, EA Sports. It's all over the place.
Brad, this reminds me and you last night with the controllers in our hands and both of us putting up points, even though you did a nice job there for a beginner, probably.
There are 5 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. Steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line. They just took what the defense gave them on that play.
Yeah, you're right. That was a good job of getting that pass completed for positive yardage.
It's 2nd down, 6 to go. Ball on their own 31. Tulane is up a score. And it's caught, and he's brought down quickly.
That'll make it 3rd and 1.
Here's a quick throw. It's the sophomore that's got it. He's at the 40, at the 30, to the 20, the 10. 1st and goal coming up. He's knocked out after a big game.
That makes it 1st and goal.
The previous play is under review.
He's out. He's out. He's out. Come on. Yeah.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So after some discussion, the call on the field is reversed.
Big. Kinda.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line. Finds his man, and they take him down immediately.
Did you see how he looked that ball into his hands? That's how you catch a football.
He goes out of bounds at the 38-yard line. It's 3rd down, and they're about 2 yards shy of the sticks.
Kirk, good news. The guy that we saw go to the locker room with that injury earlier is back on the sideline, and I got to bet he's going to be back in the game soon.
Caught with room to work. Fires quickly, and he's got his man. He's taken down around the 13-yard line.
Well, you give up too many passes like that, and the game will be done before you know it. They cannot let these receivers get behind them.
Tulane up 7 points. End zone touchdown.
Dude.
tacks on the extra point. So that's a 6-play, 54-yard drive, and it's good for 7 points.
You know, Brad, a lot of times you have to watch practice and watch a 7-on-7 drill and not see the ball touch the ground. This time they went the entire length of the field. The ball never touched the ground. Great execution by the quarterback and the receiver.
He's to the 10, and he has it on the corner, and he's shoved out of bounds at the 14.
The quarterback did a really good job in the last drive of finding his receivers in space, and I bet he'll be looking to do the same thing again.
Empty backfield, quarterback in the gun, 5 wide receivers. He sails it long. It's broken up. First half is over, and this is why they play the game. Tulane's lead is 2 touchdowns. Welcome back, everybody. Second half action about to begin. Sends it sailing downfield. He's to the 10. They'll bring him down at the 29-yard line. There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. And they're going to put 6 DBs on the field to counter that 5-receiver look. Throws in a hurry.
Brad, I just think this quarterback's got to do a much better job of being able to read that defense and make quicker decisions, especially when the defense starts to get pressure. You've got to either get rid of that football or check it down or take off and run with it.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 29-yard line. They'll give it off here. Nice run there as they work the outside.
Gain of 7 yards. That makes it 3rd and 3.
Tackled right away.
Gaining 5 on the play. First down.
From their own 41-yard line. First down. Here they come. Complete. Brought down. Nothing doing.
That brings up 2nd and 9.
Fires it out. He gets hit out of bounds around the 37-yard line.
21 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
From the 37-yard line, it's first down. And he's tackled at the 26-yard line.
Olsen with the tackle. 6-yard line. First down.
Gives it to the back. Inside the 10. Touchdown. Big play. He makes the PAT. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff.
McDonald deep to return.
Excellent kick.
All right, defense. Kickoff team.
Makes Gets it out to maybe the 19-yard line.
That boy. Tommy hit that mofo hard.
The quarterback leads the offense back out onto the field as we get set to resume play. So an empty backfield with 5 wide receivers. Gets rid of it quickly, and that was almost picked.
Yeah, but the confusion of what I mean. Touchdown. Right back where we're at.
From their own 19-yard line. Second down. Tulane is up 7. Here he goes. He's out to the 30. He's to the 40. Down the sideline. The 50. To the 20. And he will score.
Freaking got oil on their jerseys or something. They can't make it happen.
He splits the uprights with the extra point.
Heaven forbid we get a long run.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Nice kick, plenty of distance. He's to the 10. He's to the 20. He wasn't breaking that tackle. What a hit.
Just keep scoring. They'll freaking make a mistake, I hope.
The offense really came up with a nice drive there last time out, and most of those yards came through the air.
This defense needs to improve from front to back. The line needs to put more pressure on the quarterback, and the defensive backs need to stick it to these receivers with tighter coverage.
The junior makes the catch. Tackle made right around the 30.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Concentration lapse right there.
Still
the coaches will be giving them an earful for it, too.
Now it's 1st and 10 with the defense trying to regroup after giving up the big pass. Fires quickly to the tight end. He's got it. Touchdown. So now he's tied at the top of the team's receiving touchdown list.
He's caught touchdowns in just about every conceivable way. But I'm sure having the record to himself would be even more important.
And he hits the PAT. Horn is deep to receive, and look out, folks. He's looking to run another one back for 6. He sends this one deep. He's to the 20. Flag down, and I'm not sure when it was thrown. Let's find out.
Personal foul. Clipping. Receiving team.
So they'll move back after that costly penalty, and they'll have to try to get that yardage back here. And we see this offense again after what you, Kirk, called a very physical touchdown drive.
Well, I say that, Brad, because the big hog mollies up front were able to create holes for the running game, and it helped them get the score. Let's see if they can do it again.
Quick strike to the receiver. Brought down at the 18. They didn't have much of a chance on that play.
Boy, this defense has a lot of speed. They're all over him by the time he caught the ball.
Tulane is up by a touchdown. Across midfield, and they finally push him out at the 43-yard line. They're showing blitz. They bring him down in the backfield.
up 2nd and 13.
Second down, 13 yards to go.
Ball on the 45-yard line. They try running left, and they'll bring him down behind the line. The sack makes this a 4th and very long. Thomas awaits the snap. He makes it out to maybe the 30-yard line. Looks like someone was called for holding.
Holding the CBT.
Well, if you want to ruin a drive, just grab a hold of a defender's jersey.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 14-yard line.
The Bulls defensive back left the game with that injury earlier, and the sooner he gets back, the better, because they've been really working over his backup.
Hauls it in as he's pushed out of bounds.
That makes it 1st and 10.
And they make the stop around the 49-yard line.
Gain of 16 on the play. 1st down.
From the 49-yard line. 1st down. That's a great tackle at the 41-yard line.
I think it was a great play call, and it was very well executed. Any coach would be happy with that kind of outcome on a 1st or 2nd down play.
They'll work the left side. And he's taken down around the 20-yard line.
That's a gain of 21 on the play. 1st down.
From the 20-yard line. 1st down.
5 guys will be out in the pattern as they're in the shotgun.
Got a man open. Touchdown. Will be tied with the extra point. And he converts the extra point. Edwards has his kick team lined up, and he is set to kick this one off. And he got all of this one. Great kick. He's to the 20, and he's taken down at the 18-yard line. A lot of times you'll see teams start to clinch up a little bit when games stay close well into the 2nd half. You need to stay loose, keep doing what you've been doing all week in practice, and execute when it's time. And they get nice yardage on that run.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
He's out to the 30. He's at midfield. To the 20. Down he goes at about the 11.
That's a gain of 67 on the play. That makes it first and 10.
Great pressure on the quarterback forced that incompletion.
Boy, they really pounded him on that throw.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 11-yard line. And he's hit before he can go anywhere.
Gain of 8 on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 1.
Touchdown, Tulane. And he adds the extra point. Thomas has the ball all teed up, and he's ready to kick this one off. He just drills this one. He's to the 10. Tackle at the 17-yard line.
Both these offenses stepping up and answering the bell. Who's going to blink first here?
Exactly right. I've just been impressed with the way they've been able to execute. I mean, there's a lot of pressure on them. Anytime you're feeling that the other offense can put points up on the board, there's a tendency to want to press. Neither one has done that up to this point, and right now it's going to come down to who can continue to execute, put points up.
Tackle right around the 18-yard line.
Gain of 1 yard. That brings up 2nd and 9.
One quarter to go, and this looks like it could come down to the very end. Tulane's lead is a touchdown.
All right, we're just about set to start action here again in the 4th quarter.
Well, I love the toughness here by this quarterback. Sitting in until the last second, trying to make a play downfield, only to have this defense get to him. He's got to do a better job maybe feeling things out a little bit, but at least he has the awareness and a toughness to sit in that pocket.
It's 3rd and long, and at this stage of this game, they probably have to go to the air. Makes the first down catch. Great concentration to pull it in. They'll bring him down at the 46.
Call it a gain of 12 yards. First down.
From their own 46-yard line, it's first down. They'll spread the field with 5 wide. Quick throw. He's tackled right around the 42-yard line.
Gain of 12 yards. First down.
Empty backfield, quarterback in the gun, 5 wide receivers. He scrambled. He's in trouble. He's at the 30. He's taken down at about the 23-yard line.
19 yards. That makes it first and 10.
From the 23-yard line. First down. Well, as they take a look at that injury on the sideline, let's see what this backup can do at quarterback. He's hit and taken down.
That's great execution. Quarterback made a nice throw, and the receiver was able to go up and make the play.
That makes it 1st and goal.
This is the 8th play of this drive. Touchdown. Here's the PAT to tie this thing up. And he tacks on the extra point. Edwards has the ball set, and he looks ready to kick this one deep. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one.
Just a few more defensive players.
He's to the 20. He's taken down at the 26.
Boy, this is turning into a shootout here. Now, remember, the last time we saw this offense out in the field, they answered the bell and scored a touchdown. Can they do that now a second time?
You've got to be aware that capitalizing on this drive is crucial. You want to take the pressure off you and put it on your opponent. And he's tackled right around the 34. He's at midfield. At the 30, to the 20, to the 10. And now he's got room to run. Touchdown! He makes the PAT. Thomas ready to kick. He really got a hold of that kick. He's to the 10. He's tackled at the 23. Not sure what the flag is about here. Let's go down to the field and find out.
Clipping. Receiving team.
That's frustrating for a coach when you preach fundamentals every week and then have someone called for clipping. That penalty really is going to set them back.
You know this is a real crucial time in the game. It could still go either way.
Safety. You know, I give a lot of credit to the defense on this play, but this was a horrible mistake by the quarterback.
He's to the 40. He makes it out to maybe the 43-yard line.
I think any good football team has to have an ability to answer, and that's exactly what we just saw. One team scores a touchdown, the other team comes right back and puts another touchdown on the board. This is getting exciting.
He makes it out to maybe the 46-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
Nice run to the left there.
I need to stop right here.
3rd down.
Trying to set up a little screen, gets it to his tailback.
For freaking course.
He's all the way. Touchdown. Tulane kick this one off. He makes it out to maybe the 23-yard line. It was a pretty disastrous last possession that ended in a safety. Let's see if they can improve on that.
Defenses get a big boost when they can score a safety, so expect to see these guys flying to the ball in this possession too.
Incomplete.
Now, the timing here between the quarterback and the receiver looked a little off there. Sometimes that happens, especially on a deep throw.
Second down and 10 to go.
Ball in the 23. In the shotgun and 5 wide out.
Scrambling around. Quick throw out to the receiver. He's out of bounds at the 39-yard line.
Here we go.
5 wide.
It's a bad play overall by the offense. The quarterback's doing everything he can to be able to make the play work and try to execute. The problem is the offensive line did not do a good job protecting him. They're very fortunate that ball wasn't intercepted.
From their own 39-yard line, it's second down. Quick throw out to the receiver, incomplete.
Was the intended receiver on the play. That brings up 3rd and 10.
Quick throw. Can't hang on, incomplete.
James was the intended receiver on the play. That'll make it 4th and 10.
It's 4th down, and the offense is getting set to go for it. They come out in an empty backfield. Tackle made at the 46-yard line.
Davis with the tackle at the 46-yard line. First down.
Brought down around the 34-yard line.
Gain of 12 on the play. First down.
They'll spread the field here. Let's see what the defense does with a 5 wide outlook. Tries to thread the needle, and it's not going to work. We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on their own 15. He's under pressure. And they make the stop around the 24-yard line.
How?
That brings up 2nd and 9.
Gets rid of it quickly, and that was almost picked.
McDonald intended receiver on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 1.
It's 3rd down, and this offense is about 3 feet away from that 1st down marker. There's a missed tackle. And he's taken down at the 40-yard line.
What a huge 3rd down run. A big, big gain and a new set of downs to keep the drive alive.
1st down and 10 to go after the big gain on the run. Less than 3 minutes in the game. And he's level at the 40.
No gain. That makes it 2nd and 10.
And he is drilled at the 39.
That's a gain of 1 on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 9.
Man left, man left. Three down. Check right, not. Ready, wide, 80, wide. Slam.
They bring the quarterback down.
Loss of 10 yards on the play. 4th down.
The sack makes this a 4th and very long. He doesn't want to touch back here. He wants to knock this ball inside the 10. He takes it in at the 14. He makes it out maybe to the 26-yard line.
Return for a gain of 12 yards.
I'm sure there are a lot of fans out there hoping for a miracle, but I seriously doubt we're going to see one today. Under a minute left. And he's taken down at the 38.
Reception. That's good for a gain of 12 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
Quarterback all by himself in the backfield with 5 wideouts. And down he goes at the 50.
Russell makes the tackle at the 50-yard line. 1st down.
They come out in a 5-wide set. He chucks it downfield. Intercepted, and I think I can hear the fat lady singing.
Got fucked. I got screwed.
And he hits him hard to the 21-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 21. And this one's all but wrapped up with the final score, 65-49.
49.
That does it for this edition of NCAA Football 14. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Brad Nessler saying so long.
Happened from the very jump. It's freaking trash, dude. Yeah, that team looks so good. And I get screwed. Man, I'm going down for to make this a game and get picked. This shit. Oh, it won't let me see it. I got screwed in the 4th quarter. Here we are, 21. there goes my top 25. Seeing had him open back from the jump. I'm more pissed at this, like. Really? Okay. I got all the momentum. This guy gets blocked from the side. Wow. Come on. Oh my gosh. It's bullshit. No. Because I can't stop the damn run. Well, there goes my outside chance at getting in the title game. Still in the conference though. Good, got Rice next. Great. Unbelievable. Should be favored in everyone, but poor shitty won't finish. God, man, so ridiculous. I would have won that game, got up to like 15 maybe. Damn, a lot of teams are undefeated still. There's one. Ohio State and Nebraska, there goes another. Hopefully I'll stay in here. Probably not with that loss. Either be 23, 24, 25 or out. Be gone. Do I play Navy? No. Will in a conference championship. They got Temple and Notre Dame. I think we got Notre Dame usually. Do we? I don't know. Oh, but that's disheartening, dude. We had no Notre Dame. We had an awesome chance in front of us to get up here in 17, 16, 15 with a dub. Got Georgia at the end of the year. A high-ranked Navy team. Who knows what could have happened, but we won't know now. He just missed. If he's gonna be hurt, just freaking be hurt. Jr. Fresh, fresh, fresh. Well, we're gonna be alright, I think. We gotta get better at corner, though. And tackling. Lord, tackling. Alright. I think it's bedtime. Check, check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Why? 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 Check.